striking from the mount position. The key for striking, for success, to generate the most power is to create distance. We see people laying here and they go like this, and as you can see, there is not a lot of power in that. You need to create distance in order to get real power, okay? To hit somebody from here or hit somebody from here, well, everybody can tell right now that this punch will have way more impact than when I'm close by, okay? So that's the major rule here. Always create striking power, distance. Look at Fyodor Emelianenko, what he does. He really creates distance because he comes all the way from here even. So that guy is the perfect example. The more you can load up, the harder the punch is. Of course, it's not always possible. And the guy is going to hold you, he's going to try to break your punches, he's going to roll, he's going to move, he's going to buck up like we did before. He's going to make it difficult for you. He's going to try to escape the mount position. Okay, but these are the few basic strikes that you can do. Right straights. And again, a right straight punch is effective at the end of the reach. There it's really effective. So it would be very nice if you could create the distance in order to hit him here at the end. So if I push him to the side, that would be a perfect thing to do, sitting straight up and hit him. Now watch, what I can do also is that I can not only cross face him, but I can blind him. Now he doesn't see the punch coming. And I'm telling this to people so many times, and you will hear me saying this to you also in striking on the stand-up. The punch or the kick or any strike, what you don't see coming, that is probably going to be the knockout punch, okay, the knockout strike. So I can cross face him, and if I hit his jaw right now, this he won't see coming. Now, if I start unloading on him just with straights, he's going to block everything. It's very simple. It's like boxing. You don't want to only hit with straights. No, you want to add it up with hooks. So you throw a hook and then straight again. Hooks, punch, punch, boom, hook there. And that's not enough because we have the body too. He's blocking upstairs here. Why wouldn't I hit him to the solar plexus? I'm telling you, if I hit him here, a few times here, he's going to block it. Boom, left hook there, straight here again. Hey, my favorite body shots. You can do that. Make sure that you combine everything. Also a nice little thing, what you can do is what I really like, is to load up and don't show them what punch you're going to make. Watch. If I do this, they're not going to know if I'm going to strike. With a right straight, if I keep looking in his eyes, I can make a right straight to the body, and I can do a hook, I can make a hook to the body. He won't tell the difference. He can't tell the difference because every time I load up the same. So double strikes with one hand is a very good thing to do. Right straight to the body, right hook to the head. Right hook to the head, right straight to the head. Right straight to the head, right hook to the body. Things like that, also with the left. And then of course you can unload on him. Sit on a high mount here, so you have a good balance. And now really start hooks, hooks, straights, everything, and even go for the body from here. Why won't you? So mix everything up. Don't go only for straights, don't go only for hooks, not only for the body. I want you guys to mix everything up. And of course we have elbow strikes. Well, it's the same thing. If I load up on him, he doesn't know what I'm going to do. It could be a hook to the head, hook to the body, straight to the plexus, straight to the face, and it could be an elbow strike. A nice thing that I really like to do is this. Lean on him, slide up, and then boom, lean with your elbow, fall with your elbow right on his face. Sorry about that, Amir. Okay, but that's a real cool thing to do. Another real nice thing to do is this. Grab his wrist and hit him with his own fist. Boom, one time. What he's going to do now, he's going to push because he doesn't want to get hit anymore with his own hand. Now you're going to slide up, and I'm going to aim now, this time, next to him because I don't want to hit, but this you can do. Boom! You can hit him in the face like that. Because now he's defending. This is exactly what you want. You lean your whole body weight on him and then you go pow on his face. Perfect. The side mount position. This is the position that I like the most. Okay? Because we can do a lot of things from here. And like I said before, I'm laying really tight like this. Just by dropping my elbow here right now is already creating a lot of aggravation for him. Maybe enough aggravation to go this, and an elbow strike to the head. See? Elbow strike to the head. Also from side mount, really good thing to do is just to have your hand here all the time. Because you're cross-facing him, but not only you're cross-facing him, you also can see, he can't see my punches coming. A right straight here, he can't see coming. I can draw an elbow in if I want. I can elbow his body, his solar plexus, here to the liver. I can go anywhere I want. I can even elbow the legs. Oh, the legs, you would think? Oh yes, trust me. Hitting the legs when they're loose like this, it has a lot of impact. A thing that I don't see people do is kneeing the legs. I tell you one thing. If I'm in mount position and I will knee your legs, I think 5-6 times, I can stand up or he's going to tap, but I assure you, he's not going to walk anymore. Why? Because his legs are relaxed, his muscles are not flexed. If you hit somebody and his muscles are not flexed, that's the point that it hurts. It's the same with your abs. Eh? You get hit, you flex your muscles. It's the same with the legs. If you get low kicked, you flex your muscles. Right now he's laying in a position, he's not going to flex his muscles all the time. So why don't I see people doing this? Go all the way back and knee that legs. 1, 2, and knee with the kneecap, the small kneecap, the patella. That's what they call it in Latin. Hey, I know a word in Latin. Bang! Knee to the side, knee to the body. Of course we got knees to the head. Perfect to set up. Also hammer fists to the head and knees to the face. There are so many things that you can do. And all these strikes that you do from the side mount can set up submissions. Alright? Like we had before, I'm hitting him, hitting. Hey, there's already an armbar. You can do anything from here. More examples. Just sitting here, drop an elbow. Just sitting here, drop a shoulder. Boom! To the face. That will hurt him too. Cross face again. All the punches that I said. Even hammer fist. And a hammer fist, don't hit it with the soft part. Hit it with your bone. Why would you spare him? You know? It's a fight. Hit him with the bone right there. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to hurt him or it's going to cut him. Don't forget the legs. Don't forget the body. And that's all I want to say about it. Because a lot of people, they forget the legs and the body. Okay, strikes you can do for when somebody has the side mount on you. We saw this when I was fighting Kosaka. Kosaka was hitting my belly all the time. He loaded up, boom, boom, and bang. Every time when he did it, I started to knee him in the face. That made him think, so he stopped right away. And of course you have these people who put their hands between here. Obviously, or needless to say, just lift his head up and go full with the knee to the jaw. The jaw is always where you want to aim for, okay? Even the dogs are playing with us. They love this game. Push it up, give a knee to the jaw. If his arm is to the front again, you know, you can skip your hips away and go here. Hey, there's the liver. Here is the liver. Okay, go for that. You can try anything. Why won't you try? He's laying there. You might as well do something. Go for the legs. Maybe you can go for the legs. You go for the liver, for the body. Elbow the back. Elbow this. You can set everything up. Knees to the head. Elbows to the head. Elbows to the back. Knees to the body. Maybe he's going to open up. And maybe you can pull off a submission. Strikes from somebody in your guard. Well, I don't have to tell you. When you saw my fight against Kevin Randleman, I was striking non-stop. Now, the key to success of striking is again distance. You have to create distance. So sometimes it's better to hit somebody with a palm strike than a fist. I tell you why. Look, if his face is here and I would hit him now, this would be the striking distance that I have with my right hand, okay? But if I would make a palm, look, my fist is here and my palm is here. It's about 3 inches more. You would say that is not a lot, but on this distance, 3 inches more is a lot. So I would say, I would advise everybody, palm strike people from short distance, and if you create more distance, if you would come up, then of course hit with a fist. Also, if you hit somebody to the back of the head, I advise use the palm. You don't want to break your hand because maybe the fight is going to go back onto the feet and you get a broken hand. Trust me, I fought with a broken hand. It's not funny, you know, if you got only one left hand to fight with, it's not fun. Now, the thing that I did with Kevin was this. I was holding his head over my guard and I squeezed my knees together. Now I can give elbows like this. But what did I tell you before? You have to create distance in order to get power. So I pushed myself away and now I was starting to rain elbows down. I also used these elbows. They were very effective because he started bleeding, but later on they really hurt my elbow. I got still elbow splinters from that. So if you can avoid it, avoid it. Just elbow him like this, okay? If you feel that he's going to pass your guard, underhook right away and go back to the guard. Very important. Do not ever give up your position. Another thing that I tried in that fight was pushing his head to the side, and I tried, hey, I'm going to try to break his collarbone. Because when I was a kid, I fell down one time and I broke my collarbone. I couldn't lift my arm anymore. So in the fight you see me actually going here with elbows to his collarbone. I'm trying to break the collarbone because I thought it's going to paralyze at least his right arm. Another fun strike that you saw me doing was this, holding here. I had a high guard. I put my hands together like this and I slammed as hard as I could on top of his head. I trained this with a bag in between my legs. Only go up and go boom to the head, boom to the head. Everything has effect as long as you have reach, okay? So the best thing to do is put him to the side here and now strike with the fist. Hold him there. Other side, hold him to the side, strike with the fist. Oh, here also drill elbows in. Drill elbows from the side. I mean, come on. There are so many combinations that you can do, and God knows, maybe from this, you're setting him up perfectly to go maybe for an armbar. You know, it's all about setups. Strike, strike, strikes, he makes a mistake, maybe you can get him in a submission. Knee strikes, I forgot the knee strikes. I developed this like a week before the Randleman fight. I bet you that if I would have trained this for like 3 weeks in a row before, I maybe could have knocked him out with it. I think actually I dazed him one time. At the 13 minutes and 30 seconds mark, watch there, you see me skipping out. And now from here, I'm sliding over the ground, over his chest to his jaw. It's a very effective knee strike. Listen, if it's a hit, he will go down, okay? Actually, he's already down, but you know what I mean. So from here, hold his head and just lift up your knee with power, explosive power, of course, and create distance. Don't start here. Dude, why not starting here, all the way back? Stretch your leg and go full power upwards. And here we go. Strikes from being in somebody's guard. Again, it's endless. It's like having the mount position almost. Actually, the mount position, when you know all the escapes that I showed you before, then you might escape that situation. This is more difficult to escape. And if you mix strikes up from the guard, going from the body, boom, suddenly go to the head, then you might surprise your opponent. It's all about the rhythm and doing things double with right, double with left, or maybe triple, and then suddenly left, right, left. And go for everything. If I'm sitting up here, why won't I go full power? Just look at him and go full power here. Why won't I? You know, those things are going to add up. Whatever happens, if the fight is going to be on the ground non-stop, those little things are going to go, they're going to add up. Every time, bang, boom, and a punch again. Strike here, right straight to the head. I mean, what a setup is that? Okay, now he's got you on the guard, and he's laying, and he can play in the defense wherever he wants. If I will strike his body, he has to defend his body. It's so normal, okay? Strike, strike. You know what's going to come next, his head. His head is free, boom. Oh, now he knows that you're going to strike, so maybe now he's going to block over, boom, right straight. Or you're striking here, boom, bang, and your left in between. And now you're going to mix everything up. You're going to lay down, and you're going to go to the body, strike, strike, look, strike, strike, hit, strikes, strikes, hooks, hooks, boom to the body. Simple, look at this uppercut. Just laying here, watch, bang, what that can do if that hits his jaw. I mean, elbow strikes. Why wouldn't you go to the body, boom, with elbows, non-stop, or to the liver, boom. And what about this? This is actually one that he gave to me. Hold your own head and now drill the whole body, boom, into the body of him on the solar plexus with the elbow. Sky's the limit, same as everything else. Mix it up, otherwise it won't work. Here we are, striking with Boss Rutan El Guapo. Hey, here we go. It is completely different than anybody have ever told you before. So don't go now right away, oh that is wrong, this is not right. No, please stay on this DVD and hear me out, watch me and see and learn, please. After that, you can always throw it away and you can go back to your own pattern, whatever you like. But I want you just to pay attention to everything that I'm going to tell you right now, because I really believe that if you strike like this, you are going to increase a lot of power in your left arm and in your left leg. That is, if you're standing in a normal stance. If you're standing in a southpaw stance, then you're going to increase a lot in your right hand and in your right leg. My fighting stance, that's what we are going to start with. As you can see, we got the two lines. I'm going to stand shoulder wide. My hips are in one line and so are my shoulders, they are in one line. If I would stand like a normal boxer, I would stand in one line. And now I have no power with my left punch. Later on I explain the same thing to you with the kicks. But right now let's stay with just strike, just boxing, okay? You see, now I have no power with the left. I have a jab, but it's only a setup for something else maybe. Where's my left hook? I don't have a left hook here. I have, but I have to set it up with the right straight and then a left hook. Because if I'm going to left hook like this, for sure, if you're going to fight a good guy, he's going to knock you out before you load up, bang, you are going down. So that's why I am standing shoulder wide and not in one line. The reason, here we go. I can now rotate my upper body and I can rotate my hips because those are both in one line. And again, like I said, when I stand like this, there is no power. Now I can actually rotate my upper body for power. And check this out, if Amir comes in. All the power from my punches are coming from my back leg. And I'm talking now about the straight punches, not about the hooks. The straight punches, the left straight and the right straight, are coming from my back leg. Because if Amir's going to stand strong, because I'm going to try to push you away. And don't let me push you away. Watch, if I stand on one leg, I cannot push him away. There's no way. Where does the power come from? Watch, if I push his foot down, then I can push him away. It's with the left. It's the same with the right. If he stands here, there is no power. I cannot push him. I have nothing behind me. I need something behind me, a stick behind the door, what they call. Put it here, and now you can rotate the upper body and you can push him away. Of course, we're not going to push, but we're going to punch. So we're not going to do this and lay there. No, we're going to go punch and we're going to come back. But make sure that the balls of your feet are behind the heel. Here, this should be in one line and this foot exactly straight in the same line as your other foot. Hands here, and this is where we're going to start. Straight punches first. Now, somebody somewhere said one time you gotta twist your punch at the end. I tell you right now, you don't need to do that, because if you start doing that, hey, what are you doing? You're bringing your elbow up, you're already telegraphing. If I see somebody doing this, I'm already out of his reach. Okay, so keep your elbows low. Another nice thing that comes with it, and I need my partner for this, now watch this. If he would stay, I'm going to exaggerate right now, okay? If he would stay in this distance, this, and keep your hands right there. And I would punch like many people punch, left, right, straight, like this. They punch with their elbows up. Look how many people do it, you're going to be surprised. If I do that, I'm already not going to hit him. I'm not going to hit him. No, I will, because this is a back fist. I don't know if you see it, this is not a punch. It's more of a back fist. If I keep my elbow low, see, now I'm going to slip through it. I'm going to go straight through the defense. There I go. So I don't need to bring my elbows up. I'm going to keep my elbows low. I'm standing square, I give straight, boom, punch there, move the upper body, boom, same with the right. I don't need to twist. Of course we have an overhead right, but that's a total different punch. Okay, that's faking somebody out a few times, and then suddenly you come in with an overhand. But that's not the straight one I mean right now. Just go straight forward, and to the body straight forward and straight forward. Forget about the twisting. Another very important thing, and that is to punch a straight punch, is to keep your fist straight, okay? And to hit with this knuckle. People say in the karate world, this is where I come from, the Kyokushin karate world, and that's bare knuckle fighting. I don't know if you know, but that is tough. Forget about Thai boxing. No, hit with bare knuckles, hit elbows and hit the hips for people. That hurts, trust me. So you have to hit the right way. If you don't, you're going to break your hand. Now watch this. This knuckle, this bone, is straight on this bone. If something's straight, it can't break. If you have a match, I always say, and the match is a little bent, you can snap it like this. It's broke. But if it's perfectly straight and you try to break it, it doesn't work. So it's exactly the same with the knuckles. That's why you see with Mike Tyson, when he was in a street fight 2 or 3 times, every time he was in a street fight, he broke his hand. The reason for that was he got so good, they tape him up so good before every training that he doesn't need to have a correct punch because he's so taped up well, he doesn't need to. But then once in a street fight, if he hits wrong and if it's this knuckle, he's going to break his hand because this one is, look, it goes like to the side from here and here's the bone. No, we need something that is straight on this bone and now it won't break. So the karate world would say 25% on this knuckle and 75% on this. I would say 95% of this knuckle. I really would hit with this knuckle. Let's continue. One thing first, your hands are always here. Don't keep your hands low, don't keep your hands high. You never ever want to have a panic reaction. With that I mean this. If you stand like this and somebody's going to hit you there, suddenly you're going to do this. And that's a panic reaction. What is the next target? It's going to be your head. It's going to go up again. Hey, next target is going to be the body again. Keep them in the center. Just keep them here and a little bit out. Don't stand like this. I'm telling you, if you stand like this against your jaw and I give you a right straight on your hand, you're going to be knocked out anyway. It's going to go straight through your hand and you go down. Do you really think that if you take a little pillow and you paste that up against your jaw, that somebody cannot knock you out? It doesn't work that way. You have to block that punch, slip it to the side, get out of the way. Never do this because now you're still going to be knocked out. Sometimes you see people standing like this with a hook. I don't like it. I'm going to go into that too. But this is going to go straight through. Still, you can be knocked out. Okay, so keep it a little bit to the front. Now, this is the position. We're not going to lose this position. Let's go to the hooks. A hook is a punch that I make in a hook. So it's not this, or it's not something, no, it's a hook. Normally, I demonstrate it like this. If I have Amir here, and he sticks his arm out like this, far out, and keep your head away, because I don't want to hit you in the head, in the face. It's just a drill, but this drill will give you a real good hook. I'm standing, and we'll go up behind, up behind, up behind, left behind, left behind. That's a good drill. You're hitting in a hook, and you come back. Hitting in a hook, and come back. That's the way to give a hook. Alright? Thank you. Now, more things about a hook. Now, you're going to feel it again. Don't pivot on a hook. Whoa, now everybody's going to be against me. Because everybody was teaching the whole world for a couple of hundred years that you have to pivot on a hook. And now I suddenly say, don't pivot. Trust me, if you plant your feet on the ground and you use only upper body strength, throwing, that will knock the opponent out. You don't need to pivot. Second of all, if you pivot and you miss, you're totally exposed here. In mixed martial arts, that could be a takedown. And especially me, I like double hooks, like hook to the head, hook to the body. Things like that. If I would miss this one, I have to come all the way back and then go for that one. Go to a bag, stand in front of it, plant your feet down, strong down, and use only upper body motion. And you will feel that there will be more power in the hook than when you give it a twist. More about hooks. There's a lot of things we can say about hooks, alright? Okay, now you saw when I make a left hook, my right foot is actually pivoting a little bit. Pivoting, I talk about the front foot. I don't want you to pivot on the front foot, okay? Because this, maybe now it goes like this, my back foot. But if I give a right hook back, it's straight there again. I'm in a perfect balance for double up on hooks, uppercuts, everything. I can do everything from this position. Another thing, if I make a hook, I want to keep my elbow here, or I want to keep my elbow behind the fist. I will never give a hook like this with the elbow higher, because all the power goes away here. There's no body weight behind it. Now there's body weight behind it. A lot of Russian boxers, they give a hook like this. It's exactly the same. They won't do it like this. They give it like this. If you would like to hold your hand like this, good. If you better feel it like this, like I feel, I like to give a hook like that. That is good too. So the hand positioning, it doesn't matter. As long as your elbow doesn't go higher than your shoulder. I keep it extra a little bit lower. Maybe, I don't know why, it's maybe because I want to protect my body for some reason, but I don't know why. I like to hook like this, give the hooks there. Okay, but keep your hands up. The way you give a hook is to bring your body a little bit backwards. But hey, we're already standing in one line, so now I don't have to bring my body backwards. So I'm going to bring my fist out and I'm going to make a hook. Now I've been in seminars and people say, yeah, hey boss, but if you bring your fist out and then you give a hook, I can jab you. And I say, let's give that a try, see if it works. And there's not anybody, a soul in the world who ever managed to do that. Because I'm not going to do this to you. No, I will stand in front of you, totally relaxed, and I go, bang, that's good. And I say, hey, where was the punch? He says, yeah, but you did it so fast. That's what fighting is all about. It's about unexpected things. I'm moving around. I don't have to stand still. If I'm going to stand, I'm going to fight like this. No, I move around. I move a little bit around, but I keep my square stance. And I go, bang, somebody does a hook. Bang, somebody does a right hook. You see, you play with it. You constantly move to distract your opponent. Before I forget, I told you with the left and right straights that the power comes from the back leg. You go forward, okay? I always explain it to people, maybe they understand it better. I say, why would you stand like this? A lot of fighters stand like this. I said, because you fight, all the explosive power comes from your calves. It comes from your calves. You go forward with your calves, and you go backwards with your calves. If I stand on my heels, I have to go forward. It's going to come from my upper leg, and here from my upper leg. It's not going to work. For explosive movement, forward and backwards, you have to stand on the balls of your feet. Now, so if you straight punch, comes from the back leg, you push forward. Why don't you ever see somebody, when he runs the 100 meters, start like this, his foot like this. Well, let me see. Go and I'll go now. They don't start like that. They start like this because they use the whole legs, the calf muscles. Now they go forward. That is forward power. That's what I want to show you. Now, with the hooks, it's different. You're going to stand 50-50 because you nail your feet to the ground. I'll explain you why. Come here. Look. If I would stand in one line, it's going to be very difficult to stand strong again. Put your 2 feet next to each other. 2 legs next to each other. To push you away like this, it's going to be very difficult. See what I'm doing? I'm pushing myself backwards. And it's the same here. If I would stand in one line, I push myself to the side. So I need to nail my feet to the ground, and now I twist my upper body and I throw to the side. That's where the power comes from. Same thing here. Upper body twist, and I twist them to the side. But you see, the power comes from the feet. They're nailed to the ground with the hooks. With the hooks. That's where the power comes from. Let's go to my favorite move, the liver shot, the body shots actually, because if you can do it with left, you can also do it with the right. Okay, the liver shot, you're going down and you're gonna hit upward motion. A lot of people just hook the body, but you want to hook a little bit upwards, like diagonal upwards to his shoulder. You want to aim for his shoulder. If his shoulders are here to his shoulders, you want to aim for that shoulder. And you want to dig it in, because if you pull a body shot, you will understand that if somebody does this, you're already going to miss it. No, so you want to dig it in like this and dig it in like that. Of course you have to set it up again, because otherwise people see it coming. But setups, that's the most beautiful thing. You just move again like I said before. Just move, they don't know. That's the left hook to the head. Okay, and you wait, boom, suddenly your left hook to the body. That's the liver shot. Hey, let's combine this. This is cool because maybe I'm going to bam, bam, boom, and the third one I'm going to go to the body. You see, with the hooks sometimes you pivot your back foot, but my front foot normally always is nailed to the ground. Nailed to the ground. Right hook up, it will come back. Right hook to the head, right hook to the body. Everything is about setups. So don't go to your opponent and do like this. Boom, but because he's going to knock you out, okay? Everything is about a setup. The same as with submissions. Okay, where is the liver located? It's located, here are his ribs. It's a little bit located under his ribs and the pec here, the muscles. So you have to hit both. So that's why you gotta go a little bit upwards. Inside, that's the way you push it. Inside for the left, and there, that's the melt, you go for the right. So don't make a hook like this. Look, if I hook it like this and it just goes backwards with his body. No, keep your hands up. And now I just move 1 inch back with at the moment you see me move. I'm gonna miss him already. That's the only thing anybody has to do. No, I have to dig it in, okay? And he's not gonna wait there. Maybe I'm gonna give him 2 left hooks to the head. I keep looking him in the eye. He will think the third one is gonna be a head shot too. Boom, and there's the liver shot coming. Setups, it's all about setups. I will talk about setups a little bit later on. But this was just to show you where the liver and the milt are located, right? Thanks. And even El Wapo got educated again. In Holland, they call this the liver, the lever. In Holland, the other side is the milt. So I call it here the milt, but I'm just been informed that it's called, in America, in the English language, it's called the spleen. So I promise you from now on, I will call it the spleen. So all the punches that I said were going to the milt, I meant the spleen. It's the language barrier, what can I do? Uppercuts, again, I'm standing shoulder wide. My shoulders are wide, my hips are shoulder wide. So you can't see it coming. If I'm standing here, I gotta bring it down, I gotta do this, and especially right uppercut, you're gonna see coming. If I'm standing on the 2 lines, you won't know what's gonna come. I'm standing relaxed from here, that's the left uppercut, boom, that's the right uppercut. Left you push off on your right leg, and your right you push off on your right leg, okay? Left uppercut, right uppercut. An uppercut is an uppercut. It's not half, it's not a hook, it's not, no. It's for somebody. If you give somebody 2 hooks to the head, his defense will probably be here, and then you really need to go underneath that jaw. Uppercut there. Do not do this. Look stupid, like I always say, and you're telegraphing very much, okay? Like this. 1, 2. Don't do that. Just bring your body weight a little low. You're walking in, see? I'm already setting up by bending my legs. Coming in again, left uppercut. Right uppercut. That's it. Right uppercut, left hook. You see, that's where the combinations start. The overhand right. Now, this is a perfect thing to do if you set somebody up with constantly with left rights, right lefts, left hooks, and then instead of a right straight, suddenly you're going to throw an overhand right. If he's going to block the right straight the wrong way, like he's blocking it inside, and now the overhand right comes, well, you see what's going to happen. You're going to hit him full on. Igor Vovchanchin is a master of the overhand right, and actually he also throws it, after he throws it right, he also throws it overhand left. He really exaggerates like that. Also, Fyodor Emelianenko does it. He uses a lot of overhands left and a lot of overhands right. But then you have to load it up if you want to use the left one too. Okay? I wouldn't suggest to start with an overhand left. I would always set it up with a different punch. The back fist. Well, it says it. You have to hit it with the back of your fist. And it's allowed in mixed martial arts and in Thai boxing. Not in boxing though. But this is it. You're going to switch as hard as you can. Watch what I'm doing. I'm doing this. I'm planning and my body is still here because now I want to release my upper body and release this right foot here and explode into it like this. That. The right back fist. I use it a lot after I miss a kick or something. I miss a kick and somebody comes in, I use right away, I make a back fist. Just to make sure that when he shoots in after my kick, that I'm still gonna hit him. A really nice combination I like with this, and nobody does this, it's really fun. You give somebody a left hook and then another left hook. That left hook he's probably gonna react on, but you pull it back, you let it miss. And while he's still blocking it, you go with the back fist to the liver. Very effective and creative, of course, because it comes from elbow. Kicks, very important. Kicks and knee strikes, actually. Again, we're standing shoulder wide. If I'm going to kick with the right leg, I want your foot, I want you to step out on this line and then go for a right high kick. I'm going to try to explain to you why that is. Now, keep this point here, my fist right here. Keep this in mind. Now, if I stand on this line, and that point is here, and I kick, that is the end of my kick. Here's no more power. This is the end of the line. The real power is here. So how do I transfer that power into that head? It's real simple, by simply stepping to the left if I kick. So why do you see people kicking the back and you stay standing? Here's the back in the center, and they kick exactly on the same line. There is no power in the kick. You have to go through the kick, through the person, through the defense, through the muscle, through everything. A wood chopper, I always explain it like that. Do you really think he takes an axe and he goes like this? No, he's going to try to dig it in as hard as he can. He digs everything in. And that's what we're going to try to do with kicks too. Now, if you make a low kick, a roundhouse kick to the body, or a roundhouse kick to the head, it's all the same. You step it in like this, and then you let your hip explode. And now I know, again, everybody's going to say, hey, but all the teachers, they say, you have to pivot on the ball of your foot. Don't do it. Try it this way and see what's the hardest. I'm telling you, this way is harder because you're going to develop way more power. What I'm doing is this. I'm stepping to the side and I feel a stretch right here now. At the moment I feel that stretch, I'm going to release the kick. And that's going to be a lot of power. I will show you later on a pad how much power you can generate. The trick is to make it fluent. Okay? Don't do this, 1 and then 2, because then, yes, you are right, the kick has no power. You do it in 2 phases. It has to be 1 phase. I always tell the people at a seminar to do this, to step like that and do it 3 times, do this. And they will feel a hard stretch here in the groin muscle. And that's what the moment that you want to release the kick, and that's where the real power comes from. Let's see how this round kick works when I step into the side. Remember, he's standing and he's defending the block all the way here, okay? I cannot stand in the same line because now there will be no power in my kick. There's no power. The real power is here, like I said before. So my foot needs to be here. Now if I hit it, then there's going to be real power, okay? So let's see how that looks. We're standing, we're stepping into the side and we kick. 1, and a kick to the right. Stand still, step to the side, kick to the right, okay? Step in and explode. 1, kick to the right. Left kick, exactly the same, okay? If I kick and I stand, look, his feet are standing on this line. If I would kick now, there will be no real kick power in the kick, okay? So my foot needs to be here. I'm standing, I step in to the side like this, exposing my hip, and now I'm going to release my hip. So I step and I go, okay, sorry. 1 step, to the left. 1 more, just for the hell of it. 1 to the left. I'm going to show you a little clip of a pancreas fight. And some people, they always say to me, but you cannot develop any power if you stand like this. Now, I was in this fight. This guy, I'm standing in my stance, and he gives me a right straight, and I go backwards. And right away, I know he's going to do it again. And you see me doing this. I'm standing like this, and I put my left leg, my face forward. So I was hoping for him to give me another right straight, And what do you know, if you give it right straight, the liver is exposed. But I'm standing like this. Do you really think you can get any power out of this? Yes, you can, as long as you use your hip motion and your whole body weight. So you're standing close by, the foot's got to be here, not in one line, remember, very important, and I'm just going to get to the side. See, I don't do anything, the only thing I do is explode with my hips. 1, 2, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's show you now where to kick and how to kick, because apparently there's a big misunderstanding about low kicks too. Again, I'm going to go against everybody else, you think, but after I explain to you why, I think it will make perfectly sense, okay? Perfect sense. The least amount of muscles which are going to catch a kick, that is going to hurt. I mean, like this. If I put him here, if I'm gonna chop him, this is a judo, let's make a judo chop, okay? If I'm gonna do this on his leg, this, or I'm gonna go upwards, or I'm gonna go this. Now I don't do it hard. And you know why I don't do this hard? Because this is gonna hurt him. Because it's a small amount of muscles catching the kick. So needless to say, that if I kick somebody and his leg is straight in front of me, I don't kick like people say from down. No. I make sure that the impact is perpendicular, like this. Wow, that will hurt. Now, if he bends his leg all the way out like this, now I do have to kick like this. Again, to get the least amount of muscles. Because the muscles, you're going to go straight through the muscles, those are going to hit the bone, and that is what the guy is going to hurt. That's what he's going to feel, and that's why he's going to go down, okay? So don't go up and down, no. Perpendicular impact. It's the same a body shot. I don't hit him like this. Why would I? Why won't I go straight forward? I explain it always like this. If an elephant walks into this place right now, an elephant, I'm telling you, there will nothing happen to this floor. But now we got this 100-pound woman coming in, and she's wearing heels, high heels with the thin heels. She's gonna puncture the whole mat. She's gonna go straight through everything. Hey, and there's the answer. You know, small amounts, straight in. Low kick, straight there. To the body, a lot of people like to kick upwards. Me personally, having a lot of Thai boxing fights and Kyokushin fights, I don't like it. I like to hit all the way from the side. So even if he's going to block it, I'm going to kick on his defense, but at least it's going to be on the shin. Because if I'm going to make a little mistake, and I'm going to kick upwards and he's going to block, and I kick with my foot, or that was my ankle, or even my foot now, I have the chance of breaking my foot. That's why I like always to hit also from the side with roundhouse kicks. From here, I kick to the side. Now, a kick to the face, of course, it would be perfect if you are like Mirko Cro Cop. With him, by the positioning of his hips, he's, by the way, also steps in like this. He doesn't pivot, so take a look at that. He kicks to the head, and his hips are so loose that you can't tell if it's going to be a high kick or it's going to be a kick to the body. So it would be great if you're very flexible for that and you pivot in and you kick him to the head. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of people are not Mirko Cro Cop. So this time you have to kick a little bit upwards, and that is probably going to be with maybe your shin, hopefully, but I think it's going to be your foot. Okay, so kicks to the body, I would aim with the shin. Kicks to the legs, I would aim with the shin. And to the head, I would try to hit him in the head with the shin. If he's a midget, for sure. But if he's him, I gotta aim and I gotta see what I can do. If I can hit it with the shin, that would be perfect. But the foot will be perfect too. The lines are gone. We're going to do some front kicks. Front kicks, exactly the same thing. Some people make them and they keep their foot like this. Look at this, they can't reach. You need to free up your hip. So again, if you step to the side, you really have a much longer reach than when you just keep your foot like this. If I get Amir again, and watch this. Put your hands all the way up so they can see. It's just an aiming thing what I'm going to do. Let me see first with my foot in. I'm going to see where I can hit him here. This is where I can hit him. Okay, stand exactly in that position. Now I'm going to turn my foot. Look where I kick now. There's no reach. So why would I do it? I have to switch this heel in to go forward with the kick. A front kick, you kick not upwards, no. It's called a front kick. So what you're doing is this, you step to the side, one, you lift it up and you go straight forward. That's why you kick. Right front kick and a left front kick. So again, switch your heel, free up your hips and then go full power in it. What I forgot to tell you is that you can give a front kick a few different ways. What I just did to Amir was with the ball of my foot, because I was pretty sure that I was going to hit him there, because I asked him to stand like this, okay? But I broke my toes many times with giving a wrong front kick. Actually, the front kick was perfect, but they blocked it inside with their elbow, and I hit an elbow and I broke my toe. I think I broke like 4 times my right side and 3 times my left side. So then I said, you know what, forget about it. I'm not going to kick anymore with the ball of my feet. Now I'm really going to need the movement of this hip to get the reach, because now I'm going to kick with my heel. If I kick him with my heel, then I will never get injured, alright? So I'm standing here, I go like that, just kick him back with the heel. Okay, it's a little less reach, of course, but because you pivot in and at the right timing, it's still very explosive. There is one more front kick that I want to show you, and now you are not going to move your hips. This is a front kick to set somebody up for something else. Like imagine that he's with his back to a cage or to a wall or to a ring. This is a perfect way to set somebody up for a right straight or left hook right straight, to bring his hands down. You front kick him real fast. It doesn't show at all. Look, if I'm standing in front of you, this is what I'm going to do. That's it. You don't see any movement. And there is not a lot of power. Still, there is power enough to let him react on the front kick. Hey, his hands go down. That's where you right away going to go bang, with the right straight. That's what you're going to do. That's where it's designed for. So you don't move your hips at all. You don't telegraph at all. You simply stand like this. You go. You see? Still there's power. But if he's against the wall and you do this, his hands will go down and you can hit him with the right straight. Let's show all these kicks now on him. Okay? Right low kick. Step to the side. Right low kick. There, left low kick. Hey, I cannot step in the same line as his foot, because then it's not as powerful. No, we gotta step out. Step out to the side, and left low kick. A right kick to the body, right. A left kick to the body, right, a left kick. A right kick to the head, right kick, and a left kick to the head, left kick. Okay? Back in fighting stance. Never forget to keep your hands up. And there we have it. Let's do this from a different angle, alright? Step to the side, right low kick. Step to the side, left low kick. Step to the side, right kick to the body. Step to the side, left kick to the body. And now we're going to get the head. One, left, right, I'm sorry. Now the left, whack to the head. The back kick. This is a kick that could be very effective. We saw Sakuraba kicking Vito Belfort down with it. He stepped to the side, he looked, and now he rammed his heel into the liver, right? Bang, to that side. You have to do this in one move. You have to step to the side, all the way out that line, and now you're going to twist, and right away you have to look over your shoulder in order to catch the target, okay? So it's going to be like this. You step in, look, boom, and then you make the kick. The spinning back kick, again, it's a kick I wouldn't use in mixed martial arts, but if you give your opponent a punch and you see him wiggling, it's a really cool way to finish a fight, of course, you know. Maybe then you can do it. But normally I wouldn't turn my back in a fight. Like I said, if I would make a spinning back kick, I would, after that, if I miss, even if I would miss, I would make a hook or a back fist, anything. It's just a dangerous thing to do. If you can do it very well, go for it, okay? The thing is this, if he stands, I gotta put, again, my foot here. And now I'm gonna jerk myself, see? This is what I'm gonna do. And at the last moment, when I feel all the tension on my body, I'm gonna release this kick, and it's gonna go to his head. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. Standing, returning, boom, and kick him to the back. You want to aim with the heel, very important. If the heel hits the head, it's over. A switch kick. This is important. Imagine your opponent stands here against the wall and he can't move. And you're standing with your left leg forward. You can already tell that this is not going to do the trick. Okay, so you got to switch kick. You got to switch it up, and now you got to explode with the kick. Okay, and see what I'm doing. I'm putting my foot out again. Like I said with the roundhouse kicks, I put it out again. I feel a stretch here, a very tight stretch. That's the moment I got to let the leg go, just release the power. Okay, it looks like this. We're standing, and I'm going. Stand still, switch. That's it. Let's go over some knee strikes. Knee strikes you can give everywhere. I have a nice little story for what hit it to somebody with a knee. Comes later, okay? A knee first to the body, I would never go on the ball of my feet. And again, you will say, but hey, all these people in town tell you to go on the ball of your feet. What did I say about striking power? The longer a strike travels, the more power it has. Every punch, the longer it travels, more power. Every kick, the longer it travels, the more power. Same with the knee. Look, if I do this, I have this amount. If I drop my heel now, look, that is this more traveling speed. That is a lot on this little distance. So if you need somebody to the body, again, free up your hip, step to the side, grab him, and knee to the body. Also, and I'm telling people this 1,000 times, it's called a knee. It's not called an upper leg. You see people doing this. What is that? It's nothing. You're going to hurt yourself. What are those knees? Where did they came from? This. You know, they do it in Thailand. I don't know if you ever hit an elbow on this side, or a hip, like Amir has high hips, and I hit him here on his hip. Listen, I'm going to be hurt more than he's going to be hurt, okay? If you need somebody to the body from the side, you want to make sure that your foot is behind the point where you're going to aim. So now I'm going to aim right here at the liver. Oh, sorry, the spleen this time. Whang, there. See? When I want to go to the face, now I'm going to stand on the ball of my feet because I have to reach, whoop, knee to the fist. When I go to the side and now I knee his arms, I'm going to have to open up my hips, and again, my foot has to be behind my knee for the impact. Same as with a hook. This will hurt. This is not going to hurt. This is not going to hurt. There is nothing behind it. No power. So this is not going to hurt. No, put your foot here and ram it in. Bang. That is going to hurt. Okay? Same with the legs. Knee to the legs. Even front knee to the leg. Front knee to the chest. High on the chest. Knee to the side of the leg. To the back of the leg. To the inside of the leg. You can knee pretty much anywhere you want. Now the story that I wanted to tell you about Amir. He was fighting a 400-pound guy. Himself, he was 195 or something at the time, so the guy was double his size. He says, boss, what am I going to do? I said, just go underneath his armpit, get his back, go here, hold him tight. And this was being complicated because the guy was so huge, he could not lock his fingers. But the guy was wearing a t-shirt, so he was grabbing the t-shirt, and I said, and now I want you to all the way go back and start kneeing the back of his leg. And he was doing that, and he was holding his head here. So the guy tried to elbow him and everything, he couldn't do anything, and he was going bang, bang. And this is what happened. Let's take a look at this little clip.
Amir needs, oh, nice punch by Amir. Amir, I think Amir needs to push off and throw the punches against this guy. Don't clinch with him.
Amir's turning this fight around.
He does not want to be in tight with this guy. I think he needs to step back and get his distance and punch and kick this guy.
Exactly. He needs to stay back. Marco Huas versus Paul Varlin style. There he goes. Big knees.
Oh, and he kneed him down. He hurt him so bad.
The Bear's hurt. The Bear's hurt. It's over.
Neck wrestling is very important, especially in Thai boxing, okay? Also in mixed martial arts. Vanderlei Silva is very good at it. What he does right is this. He knees only to the head. Listen, if you are fighting a mixed martial arts fight and you need somebody to the plexus, to his body, and he's a good wrestler, he might take that shot, grab it, and take you down. One thing for sure, if you need somebody to the head, he won't grab it. He has to defend it first, and then he's going to be too late to grab it. And that's probably why Vale grabs the head and starts raining those powerful knees that he has to the chin of his opponent, okay? So neck wrestling is important. So we're standing like this. It's all about leverage again. I want to stress his neck. I cannot do it like this. There's nothing going to happen now. No, my elbow needs to be high on top, and I have to grab the top of his head. Now I can pull him forward, but he can do the same thing with me, okay? So now we start wrestling, 1 in, 2, and this is a good way to train your neck muscles. Constantly pulling like that. Now, in Thai boxing, when I did Thai boxing, I made up this thing, how to keep my neck relaxed and let him pull all the power that he had. So he grabbed my neck and he was pulling. And this is what I did, watch. I put my hand over his arms, on his biceps, and I'm going to put my forehead on my arm. And then he can pull whatever he wants to pull, but there's no stress on my neck whatsoever. He can pull everything he wants, there's no stress whatsoever. Now, if he's going to attack me with knees, I don't want to block like this. Give me a knee. He's going to go straight through. You remember when I said, imagine that I tape here a little pad over on the side of your face, it will go straight through. You want to make sure that he cannot develop any speed with his knees, okay? Because the longer the knee strike travels, the more power it is. So I'm going to block it just after he takes off. So I'm sitting here at your knees. You can knee me as hard as you want, but there's no power in his knees. And now I can start countering, of course. I don't have to stay here. Knees, boom, to the body. Or maybe I need uppercut, left to it. I can start doing things. The thing that I want to make sure is that you block the knees before they take off. Here is no power. Here is a lot of power. You're not going to be able to stop them. Alright, here we go. We're going to defend, we're going to block and counter a jab. First we're going to start with the jab. Now watch what I do. It's a very strange thing to do, but it's very powerful. And from the moment on that I counter, then it's all up to you guys what you can do after. I show you one example. If he jabs me, and it would be here, the only thing I have to do if my hand is here is this. You see? That's the only thing. He's already missing me. That's what? That's an inch, 2 inch to the side. That's it. Now, if I do that with this, I do this, look. Now I'm already setting up my shoulder for a left straight, right straight, and everything that comes after it. So I'm blocking, and I right away counter with a left, right, straight. Or a left, right, straight, left hook, right, low kick, anything you want to do. Right now, first, we're going to do this. We're going to block, and then we counter with the left, right, straight. That's the first move. And of course, it's got to go faster. You got to punch right away back. Keep the tension on your abs. It's very important. So if he goes, that's what you're going to do. Block, punch, punch. And again, that's what you're going to do. Okay? If he gives me a right, and let's change position for that. This is very logic, because this is what everybody can do. This left was strange, you see, but right, now I simply go to the right. And boom, the right straight will be there. I can follow it up with the left hook, right kick, but that's up to you. I give you the opening shot right now. You decide later on what you're going to use. One more time, just twist your upper body like this. With the left straight, it was block, punch, back. With the right, with the left, that's it, okay? With the right, punch. That's it, again, punch. That's it, that's the counter. Of course, we have more counters that we can use for the jab, all right? And first, before I'm going to show you this, I'm going to go over something that I always have in a seminar. He's giving me a left jab, boom, I'm blocking, and they're hitting their arm. They say, boss, I can't counter back, I can't counter him because I hit his arm. I say, yeah, but you're staging the whole sequence right now. Do you think he's going to jab like this? No, he's not going to jab like that. He's going to jab, he's going to pull it back. That's what you're going to do. And if he does that, you're going to go, you see, then you do the counter. Okay? So don't come with that story, oh, I hit his shoulder. No, because if that is the fact, you're fighting a really bad opponent. Okay? Nobody does this. He keeps it there. Man, you can grab it, you can do anything with it what you want. But let's go further. A few more ways. The most simple way, just go back. Go back, bang, counter with the right straight. And again, you will see, even if he keeps his hand, see, he's not going to keep his hand there. You're not going to walk on this straight. He's jabbing. He's jabbing, boom. You come back with the right straight. Okay? Another one, but this is a setup move. It's not a knockout move. It's a setup. You will block with the same hand and punch straight through, and this could be a knockout with a low kick or with a knee. But it's a nice distraction move. You block down and stretch right away. It's one move. Boom. See? And again. That's what you do. But then I do this. Left, right, after. Okay? Block, punch, and come afterwards. Now, of course, we have been catching punches for our opponents too. If he gives me a left straight, I can simply do this too. Simply put my hand here. That's it. Left straight, boom. That's it. That's it. That's it. And then I counter suddenly with the right straight. If he gives me a right, I can go back. Same. Boom. Counter. There's not only this one, the block we did at the beginning. No, there's also going back and counter. There's also the block. Boom. And give a left hook. All these things you can use. You have to play around with it, okay? It's not one thing. If you are non-stop doing only this block and you counter, a good boxer will find out in 2-3 times that you're doing that, and then he's going to counter your counter. So you have to mix everything up. One time you go back, one time you block, one time you block again, and then suddenly you make that block and you come with the counter, with the hard counter, and that's the one that's going to knock him out. Same with the right straights, same with the hooks, with everything. So we just had the left and right straight counters and attacks and everything that you could do to the head. But of course you also can attack your body. That's why I want you guys to stand like this. And that's why I want you guys always to make the same block, this. You see already what I'm doing. If he's giving me a right straight or left straight in this thing is left. If he gives me a right straight, I turn to this side. That's it. Block counter, block counter. That's what we're going to do. If you give me a right or left, yeah, it doesn't matter, one, left, right, back. If you give me a right, one, right, left, back. It's the same movement as this. Don't get a different move or a counter for every attack that he makes, because you're going to get yourself brain crazy, okay? Okay, if he makes a left, I got to do this. And if he makes a right, I got to do this. No, it's all the same. If you give me a straight to the head, boom, that's it, that's it. I'm straight, that's it. To the body, that's it. It's all the same motion, okay? And the hands stay here. You don't have to put your hands down. You know what's going to happen if you put your hand down. It's going to knock you out on your head. So keep your hands here and just block there. Everything is here. Just block there. Keep them up. Now, the hook. A hook, I'm always afraid of a hook. And a lot of people say to block like this. But there we go again. If your hook's like this, am I going to stop that block? Again, if I patch a thing to my face, I don't know. I rather get away from it and don't let him hit me. But sometimes you have no choice. The other thing with this block, if he looks high and gives me a little shot, I'm going down. So I don't like to block like this, but sometimes you have to, okay? Sometimes you're stuck in a rope or with your back against the wall or a fence, whatever, then you have to block like this. When he hooks, boom, hold it like this. What I would do is always counter right away. And why not this? Hook here, right away, left uppercut, right straight. Perfect. You're standing here, 1, 2, 3. So the block is going to be this, block, boom, boom. Okay, open it up, the left uppercut, right straight. Another one is to move backwards from the hook. And this I like the best. Counter with the right straight. Never jump more back than you need to jump back. So don't do this, because you have to come all the way back again. No, just let him miss. Bang! Counter with the right straight. Otherwise your counter will not be there. You're going to be too far away. You have to come all the way back. Alright? And the other one, this is something I really look up to all these boxers. They duck a hook. He gives a hook and they go. That is a very dangerous thing to do. I don't know, I mean, I have all the respect for people like De La Hoya and Mosley, and they do it perfectly. They bob and weave and everything. One thing I'm going to say about this is this. If he's going to give me a hook, go straight down. Don't do what people say like this. Go with the hook and then go down. I'm telling you, the speed of his hook is going to be triple the speed of your head movement going to the side. So he still will catch you. Just go down right away. That would be my advice, okay? So he gives a hook, right away go down, bang, counter with the right straight, and everything that you want to give afterward. Right hook, well, exactly the same thing as the left hook. I would get away from it. Always when he hooks, get away, bang, bang, and counter it. Or if he's close by, you get away, maybe you're going to counter the left hook and a right straight. Or if it's a mixed martial arts event, that right straight, if you're very close by, might as well be a right elbow. Because now an elbow travels longer than a right straight, so it will have more power. Remember, the longer it travels, the more power it has. Okay, we have, of course, if he gives the hook, the block. The block from here, I would go right away, right uppercut, left hook, and everything that you want to add. That's up to you. What you like, you're going to do after that. It's a nice opening. Block, right uppercut, left hook. A body shot. If he gives me a left body shot, I'm used to blocking this way. Let's see this with the left first. With the liver. Because later with the kicks, you're going to realize that if you block wrong, he's still going to go straight through your defense, okay? I do not want to block like this. Give me a hook. Boom. Because if the guy is a real strong puncher, maybe he can go through it. If it's Mike Tyson, he might. Okay? But if you do this, simple this is a very strong block. This is so tough, there's no way he's going to go through this. Alright? So just twist your upper body a little bit. Boom. Right away from here. Boom. Elbow. Bang. Uppercut. Everything that you want to do. Okay? It's a nice setup. The block. Maybe you want to block and give him a right elbow. Or that's up to you. I think that you guys at home have to figure combinations out yourself. I'm giving you the setup. And then you go from there, all right? The other one, to the spleen. Let's not forget that. Same thing here. Just twist your upper body a little bit like this. This is a very strong block. This is not, okay? Just block it like this. He makes the hook. Oh, from here, maybe you go. Or left uppercut, right straight. And again, everything from there. It's all up to you. Uppercuts. Again, I don't like to block uppercuts. I just like to get out of there. Don't come even close. So if he gives me a left uppercut, I'm probably going to go hook backwards and counter with a right straight. If he gives me a right uppercut, hook, go backwards, counter right straight. Same counters. That's very simple. If you got a same counter, you're never going to mix things in your mind also, okay? Now I counter with a right straight, but after that, I might give him a liver shot and another right straight and then a left hook and then a right high kick. Again, it's up to you. Okay, you can block. You can block an uppercut. If you give me a right uppercut, I can block. And now, whoa, perfect. Left hook, right straight. There we go again. If we turn around, same thing. He gives me a left uppercut, block. Look, I'm right here. I'm right here. I only have to extend or elbow or maybe even a hook. Everything that you want to throw. So you can block it. I won't advise you, but sometimes you're in a position, you're in the corner, you have to. Maybe you cannot bob and weave like Ali did, and you have to take it. Just block it, but right away counter it. This is the trick. If you counter a strike from your opponent right away, he will start thinking twice about making the same attack. Okay, so if the guy comes in and his game plan is, let's say, throw the jab, and he's going to come in, pam, pam, and I'm catching this jab rhythm. And suddenly, out of the blue, I'm going to make that counter jab that I had, the block with the left, right hook, and he's getting totally distracted. Then, okay, what do? He's looking at his corner. Just keep going with the jab. And again, and now I go backwards and I counter with the right straight. And the guy again goes through his knees. What's going to happen? This was his game plan, attacking with the jab. Well, his game plan is gone now, so what is he going to do? He's going to stress, he's going to panic. That's when you're going to be in control of the fight. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay, defenses and counterattacks especially, because that's the most important. Do not let your opponent get in control. If he comes in every time with that jab and he hits you every time with the jab and you don't answer, nothing's going to happen. You know, you're playing his game. You don't want to play his game. You have to counterattack. Take him off his game plan. So if this person now goes for the left low kick inside all the time, there are a few ways, a few things that you can do. I show you a few video clips also for what I did, okay? First and most important, which I like to do and works 95% of the time, is just let him miss. Because if I stand on the balls of my feet and he gives me a left hook inside, this is the only thing I have to do. Crack! That's the next thing that comes. Kick to the back of the legs. I promise you, if you kick full power, he will make a turn. And guess what's going to wait for him if he makes a turn? That's right. Boom! The right straight is waiting there for him. Okay? So that's the setup. Go back and right low kick as hard as you can. Don't kick his knee, don't kick his butt. That's what a lot of people do. No, you want to kick him off balance. So you want to just kick here above his knee. Now you're going to bring him off balance. Here you're not going to bring him off balance. It's going to go like this. That's the only thing. All right? Very important. So one more time. Just let him miss. 1, 2. That's the kick. Another one that I like, and that is if somebody just throws the left low kick like he's throwing a jab, just to see how far where he is, to maybe to set it up for a right straight, you know? Those people you have too. I like to counter that right away with the right straight. I'll take that kick. If he switch kicks me and he goes, I'm not going to take that kick, okay? But if he stands like that and he kicks me, I can do simply that. Simply push my weight into it. Do it again. Whoa, what's waiting now? What am I doing? I'm setting up a right straight. That's the only thing I have to do. Unload now. He gives it, right straight. That's it. And everything that comes after. And there is, of course, another way. And I'm sure I will show you this in a clip that I did in Pancras. I'm jumping back, and it's kind of a switch kick. Okay? I'm jumping back, and then right away I unload to his head. That's what happened in the clip. But if you can't kick his head, kick his body. Bring his hands down, boom, and follow it up with a right straight. Alright? So now you're going to go one leg backwards and right away you're going to attack. He kicks, one kick to the head, boom, right straight. I cannot do it full power right here, but in that clip I can show you, I can assure you, you understand what I'm saying with this. Fight! The right low kick. Remember, I tell you, and I cannot tell you enough, counter everything that he does, okay? If you let him get into his game, he will take over. Don't let him into the game, okay? The thing that I really enjoy is just to take the kick. And a lot of people say, oh, but it hurts you. It does if you don't train on it. When we warm up 3 rounds with kicking each other's legs. And we go harder and harder and harder, till it gets really painful. They say, okay, we're going to stop now. But if you do that, you slowly but surely, you build up the strength of your legs. And you can take that kick. It's like going back to a Thai boxing class after 3 months, and then you come home and hold your forearms. They're done from blocking the kicks. You think, oh, my forearms. But after 2 weeks, you block the same kicks, and it doesn't hurt anymore. It's the same with low kicks. Just take them. Don't be afraid of a low kick, okay? Don't ever go away from a low kick. I told you before, with the ground knees, when a muscle is relaxed, that is the moment you want to catch it. That's the moment you want to kick somebody, okay? So if he kicks me with a right low kick and I do this, that one is really going to hurt me. Never, ever do that. Always go to it. He gives me a right low kick, just go to it. Oh, what a perfect position. If I stretch my right arm, that will be the knockout. He comes, boom, right straight. Only then on the jaw, it's going to be over, okay? So that is rule number 1. Now, second, if you are going to block a low kick, I don't want you to block it like this. Can you look? You see, I'm off balance. What can I do now? There's nothing I can do. I'm standing up here. Oh, there's nothing I can do. I'm off balance. So why would I block like this? Out the window with that thing. I got to put my body weight into it. Watch out, because you're going to hurt our shins. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block real I'm not going to lift my foot so high. I'm going to push my body weight into it. And this way, when he's going to hit me, it feels to him like he's going to hit a wall. He kicks me, and I'm going to step in like that. See? And again, he kicks, boom, and go in. It's very slippery here. That's why we slip around. Okay, again, and then boom, counter with the right straight. Okay, and of course, you can always try a way to get away from the right low kick. If he just makes a right low kick and doesn't set it up, you easily can do this. Boom. Just let him miss. And from there, boom, counter with the left of everything that you want to do. Alright? Just jump back with two legs, but always keep your hands high. Maybe it's a fake and he's going to come with the right straight. One more reason that you do not want to block a low kick like this could also be this. If he realizes that I block my low kick real high, then he's going to set me up, and his second kick is going to be bang, and I'm going to be down. Okay, so if you low kick somebody and they block all the way like this, you know what the second low kick is going to be. It's going to go underneath his foot, and you're going to kick him on his butt. The roundhouse kick to the body. Again, your hands are here, and you are only moving like this. If you keep to that basic system, you can block everything and you counter everything. You can do pretty much everything you want, okay? Now, if he's going to kick with the right, I'm going to go to him. I am not going to go away from the kick, because if I do that, he's going to hit my kidneys, and that's going to hurt too, trust me, okay? Never go away, go to him. The other good thing that comes with it is that when I go to him, I break off his speed. He cannot travel that far anymore. Suddenly he cannot travel to here anymore. Now you block it here. So the power is not there yet. And also I'm going to be in a perfect situation, position to counter-attack him. Let's go slow first. Right kick to the body, block, left hook, right straight. Now you saw the left hook was a miss because he was too far away. So you do exactly the same thing. Instead of the left hook, now you're going to go throw a left and a right straight. He's going to kick, block, bam, bam. Now it's a hit. Okay, so that you have to find out. You have to see where his face is, and you're going to decide if you're going to be starting with a hook and then a right straight, or with a left right straight. Block and right away counter. Okay, bam, bam, bam. I got to watch out because it's very slippery right here. Turn around. And as you can see, we're working very hard. I think we lost like 2 gallons of water today. The left kick is more easy, okay? The thing that I also wanted to say, sorry, about the right kick is that if you block the wrong way, like this, and he kicks me with the left, imagine I block this, I feel that. He's going to kick my arm into my body. That's why you always have to block to the side. The same with the right kick. If he kicks me, he's going to hit or my back, like I said before, or he's going to kick my arm straight through, and then he's going to hit the spleen, alright? So always turn to the side. Now with this left kick, it's more easy, because this is natural. Right kick going to a kick, very strange for your body. You really have to train for that. A left kick, it's perfect. Look, he gives me a left kick, block, and boom, right straight. It's right there. I only have to block and kick. He goes, boom, boom, that's it. That's the counter speed, and everything that you want to do. One more time, he stands, boom, boom, right straight back. With the left and the right high kicks, it is exactly the same. You block, counter left, right straight, kicks, punches, anything you want. He gives me a right high kick, bang, 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 anything you want to do. He gives me a left high kick, same thing. I'm going to go bang, bang, bang. It's everything I want to do. Okay, so the blocks are the same. Let me show you one more counter that you can do with the right kick, right high kick, and a left right high kick. In Kyokushin they use this a lot, and it really throws the opponent off. You block it, and then you push your body backwards and you slam his foot to the ground, and right away you come back with a counter. So if he kicks me, it's going to look like this. He kicks, you're right there. It's very slippery here, that's why right way comes to me. If this would be a mixed martial event, it would have been a suplex right there. Okay, but it's the kick, and kick and block, and right away go with the right straight. Okay, same thing for the left foot, of course. The front kick, the push kick, the cheap, they say it everywhere different. I call it a front kick, okay? If he makes a front kick, the first thing that you want to do is let him miss, because now his mind is going to think about, hey, I'm missing him. automatically he's going to reach. Trust me. Because if I miss him, I automatically going to reach. And that is something that you don't want to have. Because now you're standing and leaning on one leg. No, don't do that. So we let him do that and we take advantage of the fact that he's going to do it. Okay? Sounds all very complicated. Let's start with the right one. Let's make a turn here. So first of all, I'm going to move backwards and then I'm going to block. I'm going to block from this side to this side. His leg, if his leg is going to be here, I'm going to do this. If I'm going to block with the other side, give you from here, I might walk into a right straight. So I don't want to do that. But the world is not perfect. And sometimes you're sparring or you're fighting and you make that mistake. Well, if you make that mistake and he gives me a right front kick and I make the wrong mistake, I'm out right away. I'm not staying in his reach. I won't let him punch me, okay? So the right way is to block like this. First go back, block, and bring your elbow up. He might do this to you, boom, I'm coming with the right straight. It could be a decoy. And you don't want to fall in that decoy. Keep your elbow up, okay? Let's see, right front kick, one, and counter with the left low kick. The left front kick, exactly the same, but all the other way around. Right hand goes up, block with the left, and the right low kick. Let him miss, never let him hit, okay? He comes, one, bang, and a right low kick. The side kick. I suggest don't use a side kick. It's real easy to redirect to counter. So you can use it, but if you would use it, I would stand and I would go to the bottom, right to the face, to the head. Then it could be effective. But otherwise, because it's more difficult to block. If you go to the body, it's easy to time. And most of the time, those guys who throw side kicks, they're already standing like this. They're waiting for you. So you know. So at the moment I move forward, he's going to kick. So the only thing I have to do is move forward. He's going to kick a step back. Push it to the side. And then I can low kick him or I can high kick him. Okay, so let's try this. I'm standing, I move forward, he comes to the side, and see, I can go for the right high kick. This looks all a little bit awkward right here, but let me show you this little clip right now. You saw that I missed with a high kick, but it was this far. It could have been a hit easily. Only he leaned back a little bit and that's why I missed him. If it would have been a low kick, a kick to the back, everything would have been a hit. Now I missed him just by a couple of inches. Now normally you will feel somebody's back kick coming. You don't know what it's going to be, because if he makes a turn, it could be a kick to the body, but it also could be a spinning roundhouse to the head. So it's kind of difficult. So the most simple thing to do is step to the side and come to me. So if I would go with, if he would kick me, I would go here to the side and I would be here right away. That would be the best thing to do. Maybe grab him here, stunning, the ledge, or go for that trip takedown, this stuff, and take him down. Staying in range is very important. Staying in counter range is even more important. Now I'm going to do it right now with boxing, but of course if kicks are involved, it's different because a kick is longer than an arm, and everybody knows that. That's why you see in a boxing match, most of the time, the first minute the boxers are feeling each other up. In a Thai boxing event, the same thing, pretty much every fight. What are they doing? They're feeling the reach of the opponent. He's jabbing, boom, I go back, boom. Right now I'm loading up in my little computer in my mind how far I have to go back in order to counter strike. If I find out that if I make an attack that my opponent stands still every time, boom, boom, and it's a double hit, then I will keep doing that. But if I find out that my opponent goes right away backwards, I'm going to have to follow him and go with him. If my opponent attacks me, it's the same thing, I always got to stay just out of his reach to counter strike and to come back. This is the most important thing. Even more important is to move to the side. Never go straight backward. Never go straight forward. Always try to move to the side. Because then, look, if he wants to give me a right hand and I'm here, see, I'm moving around. Every time I'm moving around. I'm taking his power away. If he's very strong with the left hook And I know that, and I'm circling, every time he takes me, I'm just circling to the left, there will be no power on his left hook. And it's the same with the kicks. It's with every punch. So if you studied your opponent before, and you know what his strong punches or kicks are, then you can work around that. You can use it in your game plan. Do not always trust your game plan, because you have to realize that he too can change his game, you know, and then you're going to be in trouble. So always have a backup plan. We just had the range and motion for somebody when we're standing and striking, okay? But now with the clinch. With the clinch, you want to always keep your hips away from him so you can develop strength, power. The longer it travels, the more power it has, okay? So if I clinch with him and standing here, there will be no power in the knee. It's not going to do anything. I got to move my hip backwards and then boom, go for a knee. That knee is going to hurt. That's right, my kneecap, and it doesn't matter where it's going to hit. If it's going to hit his rib cage, here, anything, anywhere, it's going to hurt. Okay, neck wrestling, the purpose of it is to bring your opponent off balance. This is a real nice way to bring your opponent off balance. If he's going to fly through the room, I'm very sorry, but it's just the way it is. Watch. Okay, you can start kneeing. We do this always in training. Wait, let me go in here, and I'm going to go like knee, and watch. I'm going to put my foot backwards, I squeeze my elbows together, and now I switch my upper body to the side here. And then I'm going to continue with the knees. 1, 2, 3. If I want to do the same thing, plant my foot back, and now I'm going to squeeze my hips. Keep your elbows low so you catch his head and just move him to the side. And go again with the knees. This is the way you neck wrestle your opponent all around you, and you surprise him with the knees. Combinations. Combinations that pretty much always work. Okay? Now this is a kick. I'm going to show you also 3 clips from my Pancras fights against 3 different opponents. And this kick, every time it works. This is how it looks from the front. I make a roundhouse kick and then I redirect in a front kick. I do that sometimes just to throw him off balance. So the kick is not going to be really here to the plexus. I'm going to kick high because I want to have leverage. The lower I kick, the more stronger he stands. It's just here. But if you kick high, he's going to lose his balance. Okay? So you kick roundhouse and really let him think it's a roundhouse kick like this. And at the end, you're going to go into a front kick. You push it all the way in. It looks strange right now, but you will see at those clips that it really works. On him, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to make a roundhouse kick, and he's going to block it to the side. See? This is going to be open here. So I'm going to roundhouse, boom, to the front. That's it. Very simple combination, very simple kick. But now let's take a look at those clips. This really works if you read your opponent. In this clip that I'm going to show you now, you see that at the moment he goes by, I give him a short liver shot. And you see, he's going like that. Right away I know, okay, he's hit there. But right away now he knows it too. So he's going to defend it. He's going to make sure that his elbow is here. So you have to bring that elbow up. What I did, I went for a right straight to the body because we were not allowed in Pancras, and then his defense came up and I gave him home the liver shot and he went down. Let's take a look at that clip. Now after you hit somebody in the liver, trust me, anything that you're going to throw here now, he will go down. Even a kick to this side of the body, even if he blocks, you're going to go straight through. That is, if he knows a real good block like we just did, then he might stop it. What he doesn't want to do is give you a right straight. He will never want to expose the right side of his body, okay? But you have to fake him out. So now I showed you what I did to fake those people out. I just started waving like this, like hey, 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 here it's coming. And then I gave him the body shot. So I just walked to him, I put my hands here and I go BAM! And right away he went down again. And in the other clip, right away after I show you this, you see me doing this. I'm coming, boom! And I kick him down to the body. Over.
7, 8. Finish as we just cut it off, lost the point to this.
This is a combination that pretty much always works. Normally you have to set it up one time if you go in the attack mode, but if somebody already is down, then you can do it right away. Let me first explain to you what I mean with when I'm in the attack mode and the guy is not dazed, okay? What I'm doing is I'm going to set him up. I can't set him up with a left hook to the head or a left straight to the head. If you make a left hook and he blocks it, the right straight will be a hit for sure. If you make a left straight, boom, probably the right straight is going to be a hit for sure. Now, if he reacts, if you feel that that right straight, especially after a hook, the right straight is full power. And you will feel it. You will feel the power on your hand. Once you feel that, you know that he felt it too. What you're going to do then, you're going to do it again. The same combination. This time he's going to be prepared. That's what he thinks. Okay, so this time you're also going to show him a little bit slower. You're going to slow down the speed. So you're really going to show him the right straight because you want him to block it. And once he blocks it, you're going to add a left hook because his hands are down. So now you're going to slow, boom, boom, and the left hook will knock him out. Okay, James Pulver fought Dwayne Ludwig, and I told this combination actually to Dwayne, I think 5-10 minutes before the fight. I said, listen, if you daze him, you know, he's a little dizzy, then when you get freed, you know, and you break free, go to the head, right straight to the body, left hook to the head. He did that perfectly. It was all hit. Only knowing Dwayne, he added a left kick to the head, and while Jens went down, bang, he gave it another right straight. All in once. It went dang, 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 dang. That was over. Combinations that pretty much always work. Okay, so you can try. Distract him with a 3-shot to the head. Like left, right, hook, and go bang, and then make the liver shot. That's a combination that pretty much always works. Go 3 times to the head, his defense will be up, and then go for the liver. The strange thing about this is that you're going to throw 1, 2, 3, and then go for the liver. So it's left, left at the end. And that's what's going to disturb him, and that's why it's going to be a hit. Another one. A left, right, straight to the head, a kick to the inside leg that will bring his hands maybe down, and then a right straight to the head. So we're going to stand 1, 2, we kick and boom, make a right straight. Okay, so we stand like this, 1, 2, right straight. Of course you can add a left hook or a liver shot at it. So then it will be this, 1, 2, 3, boom, and a liver shot. You see, you're working the body. You're going up, you're going down, you're going up again. You can do the same thing, and instead of kicking here, I can kick to the liver. I go 1, 2, kick, bum, bum, and then maybe for the liver shot. You see, just work the body, the head, and the legs. This one is going to surprise you. I kind of gave it away before, okay? We're going to give somebody a left hook to the head first, boom, and if that's a hit, you know he's going to react. And if he reacts like this, you know this is going to be open. There are 2 things that I can do. I can also liver kick him. That's going to be the next combination. But this one, I assure you, I think you never saw in your life. After I hit him, bang, and I realize, oh, he puts his hands up, my next left hook, I'm going to make it short. So I can turn. I turn, boom, and I go to the body. Back fist to the liver. All right? The next one is very hard to explain, okay? But check this out. I'm going to do it in front of the camera first. When I want to throw only a left kick, I have to step a little forward and I rotate my upper body and then I let my leg go. That's the turn of the left kick to the body. I'm exaggerating now to you guys just to make a point. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing my upper body, whoop, boom, and then the kick comes. Why not throw your upper body and make a left hook? But because you're turning your upper body anyway already. Now he's going to block the left hook, and you see I step, and then I release the kick, and it's going to be a hit. And now you might think, oh, it's not hard, but it is. If you do it right, you make a left hook. You see? It's still a lot of power. He will block that punch, and that's what you want. The punch, and make the left kick. Another nice one I saw Ernesto Hoost doing, and I saw Peter Ertz doing. So this one I stole from them, okay? You have to see how they react on your jab. If he blocks his jab inside with the right to the side, then you know this leg is going to be free. We're going to do exactly the same as with the hook and then the left kick. Okay, we're going to make it straight now. One, boom, and then the left high kick is going to knock him out. I'm sorry, I don't have the rights for this K1 fights, otherwise I really would have liked to show you those kicks, those combinations that Ernesto Hoost did and Peter Ertz. Peter Ertz knocked out Maurice Smith actually with it in Holland. Actually, I made a mistake. It's the same move. Peter Ertz knocked out somebody with a left and a left to the head. And so did Ernesto Hoost. But Peter Ertz didn't knock out Maurice Smith with that. He did it with pretty much the same move. He did it with the left, right straight, and then because his hand was here, he came with the right high kick. Of course, it's going to look, if you stand 1, 2, 3, boom, the high kick. I kick high now because still in motion. Yeah, can you block it? And then I'm just going to, because otherwise it looks like I'm missing him all the time, but I'm doing it on purpose. I don't want to start hitting hard. You know, he's not wearing gloves, so the impact is going to be hard. I make left, right? 1, 2, kick, and then to the head. That's what I'm going to do. The reason I use Maurice Smith every time is not because he's bad. I use him because he's a world-class Thai boxer. I think he's one of the best Thai boxers that America ever had. So if a combination works on him, then I would say, okay, it pretty much works on anybody. Maurice Smith actually did this combination. I saw him doing, and he fought against Conan Silveira. It was an extreme fighting in that round cage all the way in the beginning. He was setting him up like this. He was going, bang, low kick. And then again, he looked down, bang, low kick. And then the third time, he looked down and he got bang, high kick. And down he went. Another one, clinch situation. Stole from Mike Tyson. Actually, to tell you the truth, what I used to do when I was watching Thai boxing matches and boxing matches, I would write down the finishing combinations. I would also write down the combinations that people got an 8 count from. Because I thought, hey, if they show this on HBO boxing all around the world, because that was in Holland back then, and if they show boxing in Holland on TV, that means it's all around the world. And if these combinations work on professional fighters, they're for sure going to work for me when I'm going to start my Thai boxing career. And that's why I got all these combinations. Of course, I made a few up myself, but a lot of them I steal, like everybody else do. Where do you think I got my armbar from, you know? Where do you think the Gracies got their armbar from? I mean, you can go all the way back. Of course, it's coming from somebody. And then they start developing their own style, getting other things and different combinations. Okay, so keep that always in mind. Never just do what I say. Just develop your own things. You know, say, hey, this works with the left and right with the high kick, bang. So maybe that works with also this. 1, 2, 3. It works like that. You set them up exactly the same. Only now you go to the leg. And it might work to the body. Same thing. 1, 2, body kick. Then you kick him down to the spleen this time. When you kick him to the right side. For his left side, for me, the right side. Okay? Now, back to the combination, the Mike Tyson combination. This was the one that he knocked many opponents out with. And I know that because I always wrote them down. They were in clinch, and he would go for body shot, and then the right uppercut through it. On the body shot, they block it outside, boom, and then boom, the right uppercut came. Sometimes you would follow it up, of course, with the left hook and the right straight. That's what I would do. I never would stop. Stop when the referee stops you. Okay, so if you go, boom, set him up, boom, and you see the openings there, uppercut, hook, straight, keep going, boom, maybe even a kick. But just keep going. We have the straight blast through, and everybody who knows mixed martial arts, we know this one when Vitor Belfort fought Wanderlei Silva. Okay, he out of nowhere, Sonny went down, and at the end, he got him down, he got a few shots on the ground, and it was over. Now the first shot with a straight blast has to be a hit. It has to be a stun, because if you can still think, it's real easy to get out of the line. What did I tell you before when we did distance and everything? Never go straight back, never go straight forward, you know. But especially never go straight back because you give him speed. It's a bag. You're hitting a bag that's hanging on a rail and it goes backwards. That's what it is. Always when he would attack with a straight blast, go to the side. He's going to miss me. That's the only thing you have to do. Step to the side. So in order to pull this off, the first punch needs to connect because he's going to be a little shocked. And of course then, when you don't think clearly anymore, yeah, then a straight blast will perfectly work. Another Mike Tyson move, 3 hooks to the head. I promise you. If you block those hooks, if you block them, that's why I told you I don't like to block hooks. Because you have to block them like this, you are going to be open for an uppercut. So he's going to come with 3 hooks, and then from there he's going to throw a right uppercut, and everything that you can throw after that is you. Okay, left hook, right straight, maybe a kick. Maybe after the right uppercut, you know, he's stunned, you give him a left hook and a right knee to the body. Brings his hands down again, boom, knee to the body, 3 hooks again to the head. So let's go over that combination. First, simply 3 hooks to the head with the right uppercut. You have to pay attention. I'm going to hit the right uppercut here. I'm not going to take the risk now of knocking him out, and I cannot show you any more techniques, okay? So I'm going to give him 3 hooks to the head. 1, 2, 3, and the uppercut is going to be here. But you see what I mean, okay? I already don't have to show you. Here we go. Boom. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Now, in mixed martial arts, hey, we can do more. Let's say this. 3 hooks. Uppercut. Left hook is a hit. Knee to the body. Boom. Right straight to the head. Things like that. Maybe even after the right straight to the head, boom, a liver kick to bring his hands down and right straight to the head again. You see? It's all about reading the reactions of your opponent. Let's go and stick with the hooks. Remember, I explained to you a hook. I don't really like it when to duck it, and especially not going to this side. Again, like I said, this speed to the side can never match that speed of the left hook. So if you go to the side first and then make the cool combinations that those boxers say, that is not going to work. Trust me, go straight down. If you see this in boxing, they go straight down and straight up. That's the only way. But that's boxing. There's only punches allowed. And of course you can walk on an uppercut. But hey, guess what? In mixed martial arts, they can also, when they go down, he gives me a left hook, I go down, I can get a knee to the face. Maybe just the right knee, right from there. It could be a hit. Maybe it could be an uppercut, but knees are also involved. So that's why I don't like to duck. Okay, so keep that in mind. Tricking your opponent, making think you're going to go for something, but you don't. First of all, it's like what I said, left to the head, right straight to the body. If that right straight is a full hit, you'll feel it on your hand. If you feel it, he feels it, I promise you. So now he's going to be ready and you're going to add a left hook. Now we're going to do this. We're standing here and I'm going to go boom, front kick. If that is a hit, he thinks, oh, he's going to do another front kick, but this time, and now he's going to block it. I'm going to go boom and the right straight. That might be not a knockout punch, but everything that I follow it up with will be. Trust me. Okay, now this is also a given, and people who spar a lot, they know this. If you hit him with a flashy move, like a spinning back kick to the body, or a spinning roundhouse kick to the head, I'm telling you, 90% of these opponents, if they have the capability, and you know that because you know them, they will do exactly the same thing back. In their mind they go, oh, you can do that? I can do it too. And you can use that against them. You will see it right away. So if you give somebody a spinning back kick right from the back, then he will probably give it right away back. The last fight when Dwayne Ludwig fought that Yilmaz guy in the K1 in Japan, the guy was really good with spinning back kicks to the head, really good. So we had to tell him all the time what we told you before. Move to forward and move to the left. Get out of the reach and go forward, push him back and start kneeing him. That's what we told him. But I told him also, I said, hey listen, if you want to make him a spinning back kick right away, the only thing you have to do is touch gloves and right away make a spinning back kick. I'm telling you, I give you 100% guarantee that that guy is going to throw back a spinning roundhouse. And that one you're going to counter. Okay, so sometimes when you make a flashy kick and it works, your opponent pretty much will do the same thing back. Keep that also in mind. Really common mistakes, and you will be surprised how many people those make. If he makes a jab and after the jab he drops his hand. A lot of people do that. Now you know. After one jab, you know he's going to drop his hand. So what you're going to do? You're just going to go a little bit back and right away with counter with the right straight. He jabs, boom, drops his hand. Oh, that's easy. Wait a minute, so that's probably let him jab again. Right away go for a right straight. Because he's going to drop it. Okay, so read your opponent. Again, like I said, if I give a right low kick and he's going to block it with his hands, and everybody knows people actually do that, it's really dangerous. Blocking a low kick with your hand. Can you imagine when Pedro Hizo fought Tank Abbott? I told him, Pedro, not to kick the head when Tank Abbott blocked the punch, the low kick. I told him to kick here, kick the arm. He would have broken his arm. You see, never ever block a low kick with your hand. If they do, if you see somebody doing it, you can do or this, look low and kick high, or you can make a low kick and boom, go right away with the right straight. Let him think it's a low kick, he puts his hand down and go with the right straight. The Maury Smith move, you know, the 3 or the 2 low kicks to the leg and then the right high kick, you can do also different. You give him 2 low kicks, 1 and another one. Hey, it works and he stops. Oh, then you go there, boom, and a right straight. And again, everything that you can do after it. Once it's a hit, boom, go left hook, right straight, kick in the head. Anything you want, just keep going. Okay, now this one, you need to go down and you need to give him a body shot first. That would be preferably to do, you know, that would be the best situation. Like doing this and go boom, that. And now you're going to do exactly the same. You're going to make exactly the same body motion. And because you make the same body motion, he thinks it's going to be another hook here. But now you make the same body motion and you hook him to the head. Again, it's so simple, but try it out in sparring and see how it works. Let's go back to that one more time because I did it only in slow motion. And then you might think, oh, he can knee me in the head. Of course, if I do this, he can knee me in the head. But this is not how I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand and move and I'm going to do this. This is the first thing I'm going to do. I'm in and I'm out. And then right away I'm going to go and I'm going to go high. You see? You have to set it up like that. Go in and out as fast as you can. You don't want to eat a knee. Of course you don't want to. And this is my favorite shot. I can now, maybe I knocked out 400-500 people in my Thai boxing career with it. That isn't training, okay? When I was training, and we trained 2 times sparring a day. I mean, 5 days a week. Every training I would drop people with it. Every time. They all knew it was going to come, but you don't know anymore if it's going to come. Sounds all complicated right now. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to give him a hard left hook. Boom. Another hard left hook. And now I keep looking at his eyes. Boom. And I go with a liver shot. But now I can start distracting him, because now maybe he knows. Now maybe I look at his liver, and then while I'm punching, boom, I go with the left hook to the head. You see, you can start playing games with it. And maybe after the 2 shots, boom, maybe now they're gonna block, but then you come back with the right left hook. It's just breaking your opponent apart, piece by piece. Let him think you go for something, and then go for something else. So, the major lesson learned here today is keep your eyes on your opponent, always, but keep him here. Look at his chest. Don't look at his eyes. Eyes will betray you, like they say, they will betray you in fighting. If you fight me, and I do this, I look to your face, again I load up, he doesn't know if this is going to be a hook. If I look at your face, and I go under here with a liver shot, you're going down, because you think it's going to be another hook. Okay, that's the same with the body movement. Wham, get out. Oh, he makes the body, a hook to the body, if he bends over, and then suddenly, boom, you give him a right hook to the head. Those simple things will work. So like I said, keep your eyes on your opponent. Okay, very important. In seminars, people start laughing when I say that. And I say, oh, who's laughing? You know, and I go to them, or I put on some gloves, and I make a flash move in combination to the face, and you see them going, looking away. Well, you looked away. You were laughing just a minute ago. Why are you looking away now? The punch, I told you before, or the kick, or the knee, the strike, the elbow, anything that you don't see coming is the knockout. That's why sometimes it's also really cool to do things like this. Leave the hand here, and from this side you're going to go bang, a knockout, kick to the head. Block his view, and then kick to the head. It will work, okay? So always think about those kind of setups. I'm demonstrating techniques right now, okay? So now a few times when I did like a combination with the right low kick, you saw me having my hands down. But it was just to make a point. 2 low kicks low, and then 1 high kick high. And of course, maybe I forgot it because I was explaining to you about the low kick, setting him up low, and then suddenly kick high. But of course, this goes without saying that if you kick, you always have to keep at least one hand up. Okay, if I give him a right low kick, I do this, my hand is here. If he would give me a low kick and he puts his hand down, that's the only thing I have to do, right straight. Okay, so needless to say, one more time, all the things that I demonstrated, and I had my hands low, keep them up. Keep your hands always up, at least one, okay? If you kick, one is here. There's nothing that he can do right now. It's gonna be straight on your elbow, on your defense. Again, reading your opponent. In this case, he was giving me a left low kick. I will show you the clip afterwards. He gave me a left low kick, and I go backwards. And I thought, hey, wait a minute. He's going to give me a left low kick again. And he did. And right away, I made a switch kick, and I go bang to the head. So take a look at this clip.
Fight!
Another perfect example of reading your opponent. I kind of knew he was going to go for a right straight to the head, especially because he threw it first. And then I was going to invite him. Watch, he was throwing a right, I was going back. Now I thought, oh wait a minute, you want to give me a right straight? Let me give you a right straight. Wait 1 second, because you're going to see this in the clip. You're going to see my movement like this. I put my feet next to each other and I stick my head out. And he comes and I go bang! And he goes down. Take a look.